We back. Oh my gosh. Your boy, your man is back. What's popping? What's popping with y'all? Oh my gosh. Shout out to my man Crusher. He's been holding it down. Oh my, listen, life is grandiose. We gonna talk about that on this side, the real side. Smash the like button. Y'all stop being lazy. Shout out to my boy Cursor. I need y'all to stop being lazy. Get my likes. I told you I'm gonna break the YouTube algorithm. I'm a problem. Listen, I'm a problem. I told you. Told you what I came to do. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I know the fans, they wanted me to talk about this one. They was like, yo, Ego. Listen, I want to say thank you to the fans for making me a better man and, just keeping me on my job. Every time things pop off, like Wilder posted a little picture, Ryan Garcia news, you guys help me stay in tune with what's going on. Like, even if I already seen it, I just appreciate that people even think of me. You know what I mean? This internet thing is crazy. This internet, who would have thought? You know what I mean? The fact that people even think, even if it's haters, they thinking about. Listen, I got the whole world thinking about me. That's crazy. Shout out to Isaiah Felix. He said, "Ego the realest out." Listen, when you great, the people gonna tell you for you. So appreciate y'all for making my job easy. Informing me, helping me learn, helping me grow. Yo, you real and you funny with it, brother. Salute to you, Damien. What's up? I know the fans wanted me to talk about this. I made a video, but I guess y'all like to hear me bump my gums on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? He did the juice. He said, "This is scared. Ain't nobody scared. I just told you I had the DJ Saturday night. That shit. We doing it Saturday night. I'll hold on to the gun. Yo, why should he get to hold on? Because I already got it, motherfucker." Yeah, 49er gang. Bro, Cali versus everybody. Bay Area versus everybody. You know we working. I told you, I put the whole state of Cali on my back. I got to represent it right. You know what I'm saying? I got to represent it right. He's the guest that Luke Knock got him thinking about retirement. Oh, it's going to be a fun stream. It's going to be a fun one. Listen, I'm mad at Chipotle right now. See, now y'all gonna get this work because I'm mad at Chipotle. Listen, y'all gonna get. Let me explain what happened. I'm mad at Chipotle. Me and Chipotle beefing right now. So I get up, did seen on the news, did the Ryan Garcia video. Y'all responded to it. Shout out to y'all. Get the likes up, and then I was talking to my man. He was going to a place like Chipotle, and I was like, you know what? That sounds kind of good. But the Chipotle where I live, man, it's the worst one. It's the worst Chipotle. It's always a problem, always a line, always horrible. I went to Chipotle. I asked for 3 tacos. They got the little 3 taco joint, right? They had no taco shells. I was like, what? All right, I'll get the burrito bowl. They said they ain't have no steak. I was like, oh man, like what Chipotle ain't got taco shells and ain't got steak? But peep this. This is the best part. They didn't have no pico de gallo. I said they didn't have no pico de gallo. Bro, what is, man, come on, bro. Chipotle. So I got this half-ass bowl. I really wanted tacos. So now I'm mad, and I'm gonna take it out on old media. Yeah, that play was. And you know what else I hate? I hate at Chipotle when they get that little middle spoon and they scoop and give you a big heaping. It was a heaping scoop of meat, and then they shake all the meat off of the spoon. Like, why did you do that? Why did you get this big hearty scoop of chicken, and then you motherfucking Michael J. Fox? Like, why you shake it off of the thing? You know what I mean? Nah, bro. I hate that. So I'm mad at Chipotle, and I'm gonna take it out on y'all. I'm gonna take it out on y'all. I'm gonna take it out on old media. I'm gonna take it out on old media. I need y'all to get my likes up. They playing with the guard. Man, some interesting news came out today. He said it's like McDonald's ice cream machine being down 5 days a week. Facts. Yo, Ego, you think Golden Boy pulled the curtain on DAZN and saw dollar signs to Triller? I got a lot of. Listen, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. Shout out to King Red. Y'all about to get this work. All right, hold on. Y'all want to let's talk about it. Hold on. He said they might need to close the door. You got ham, no burger, peanut butter, no jelly. Damn, y'all ain't never got two things that match. All right, look. Let's talk about the Ryan things. Obviously, y'all don't want me to stall. Listen, y'all get my likes up so we can talk about it right now. I said, get my likes up. We can talk about it right now. I'm ready to go. Even though I had that week Chipotle, like they didn't even have my stuff like I wanted it. But we gonna talk about it. Boom, Ryan Garcia. Yo, you see this? Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia on his verified social media, he says, I know this news may be disappointing. This is an announcement. Smash the like button. I know this news may be disappointing to some of my fans, but I am announcing today I am withdrawing from my July 9th fight. That was against Javier Fortuna. At this time, it is important to manage my health and well-being. I have decided to take some time off, focus on becoming a stronger version of myself. I hope to be back soon, and I'm looking forward to stepping back into the ring when I am my healthiest self. I want to thank God, my family, my doctors, and my supporters. Wow. So he's pulling out saying his mental health or well-being caused it. So, some stability. I don't know. Listen. Ooh, listen. Egostradamus strikes again. I told you, listen, how y'all let me be right? Hold on. How y'all let me be right? Y'all gonna listen. Hold on. I know. Listen, it's about to get bloody. It's about to get bloody. Listen. This is gonna sound confusing. How y'all let me be right when I'm wrong? Bro, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. I told you guys on my channel vehemently and confidently, like I always do, I don't play the fence. I said, listen, doghouse rules. Easy work. I'm TB Ego. I do doghouse rules. If I feel passionately about something, y'all be the second to know about it. Me being the first. And then I'm going to tell y'all. And I say my piece, I'm going to go down, you know what I'm saying, how I go down. Either I'm going to be right or I'm going to be wrong. I don't hedge my bets and stuff. Like if there's a fight, I don't know who's going to win. I'll tell you that. But I give you my truest self. Listen, I got to be the realest in the game because I don't bend or conform. Like I give you my realest self each and every time out. I told you on my channel, I did not see Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna happening next. I said, I don't see Oscar or Ryan. I feel somehow, some way that fight won't go on. Then they announced it. So I took my L's. I took my lump. I said, okay, the guard was wrong. But even when I was wrong, it turns out I was right. Bro, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. I told you. And then it appeared that I was wrong. It appeared that I had Egostradamus, slipped up because they announced the fight. So I was like, all right, cool. And I told you, I don't care about being wrong because when I'm wrong with stuff like that, it's usually for the betterment of boxing. So when I'm wrong, the money keep coming in. Okay, he put his fist up. Yo, shout out to Brandon Greer. I mess with you, dog. Shout out to you. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. This is just disgusting. Life is great. Egostradamus. Egostradamus strikes again. I told you. I don't care about being wrong because if I am wrong, then usually it's for the betterment of boxing. So thought I was wrong that Ryan, like, you know what I mean, stepped up and was going to take a tough fight with Javier Fortuna. But now we know that was cap, right? And listen, we're going to talk about mental health issue. And I know this is a sensitive subject, but y'all not stay tuned. Y'all not going to like this. Y'all not going to like this. I would never in a million years, being someone who has had anxiety, who has had depression, like I've been depressed before. And I'm sure life is tough. I'm sure a lot of you have too. I don't glorify it. People don't even know when I feel down in the dumps. I could do a video like this and be going through the worst of times. In fact, if you guys know my channel, you've been with me during some of the worst of times. You know what I mean? Like when I first started, bro, life was crazy. I had a lot of stuff that was working against me, and I had to just, you know, strap up like a true soldier. God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. You know what I mean? Like y'all was dealing with me a couple years back. I had walking pneumonia. I don't cry about it. I don't bemoan. That, like, bro, it was ugly. We'll just leave it at that. I had walking pneumonia. I'm covering fights. I'm covering Wilder fights with pneumonia, thugging it out. Like, life is crazy. Life is crazy. So I'm not making light of mental health issues, but this whole situation with Ryan, I'm gonna tell you why it's a bad look. The optics of it don't look good. Shout out to Jeff Caesar. Get the likes up. That, bro, tell him, Jeff. Tell him, Jeff. Get off me. Get off me. Tell him, Jeff. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. So I don't play, like, you notice me, I don't play about death and stuff. I don't say someone, oh, DMX passed if he didn't really pass and, you know, I didn't think it was true. I don't play about certain stuff. So, you know, mental health and taking care of yourself, that's an actual thing. That's an actual, so I would never make light of that. But here's why the optics look bad for Deontay DeBron. I mean, not Deontay. I don't even know why I said that. I think because I just said it. But anyway, for Ryan Garcia, I'm going to talk about it. Boxing Eagle watch party tonight for Masvidal Usman. It's up to the fans. Listen, I'm a workhorse. You could put whatever. If the fans want it, then I'll do it. But listen, speaking of UFC, I'm glad you reminded me. Life is good. Life is what you make it. UFC 261 is tonight. Use my link in the description of my videos to order the UFC fight. I told you, we running them numbers up. Listen, y'all better stop playing with the kid, bro. We running them numbers up all year, like all year. Bro, if you guys are ordering the fight, use my link. It's an affiliate link. It does help the channel grow, but it should be a very good card. Masvidal, Jorge is talking about stopping him. And also you have Usman, who's a beast. So let's get it. Should be a good fight. Use my link. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, yo. Listen, if you're ordering the fight, click on my link. It's in the comment section. You dig me. I just put the link in the description. If you're ordering the UFC 261, that's a great way to help the channel, and it should be a good fight. Use the link for TubeBuddy2. Facts. Come on, let's go. Let's continue to grow. Wine tasting. Oh, I got some wine. He said wine tasting and a watch party. Man, we could do whatever. We're definitely doing one for Andy Ruiz Areola. I'm gonna get some Mexican food. F Chipotle. They messed up my order. And then you know, we're gonna keep it rocking. But let's get to this, Ryan. Listen. Let's get to this bag. I got a lot. Hold on. This boy Niter, oh my God, bro. My fans are the greatest on planet fucking Earth, bro. Listen, using your link for show. Let's go. I told you we gonna run the numbers up. Like, bro, bad boys, oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now kicking no hey, police now certain do it. I thought no boom. Bro, I told you I'm grinded. Listen, I got the best fans in the world. The money keep $150 catches bullets with his teeth. Bro, we got $150 cash app. Ugh. It is so disgusting. This is from Niter Allison Johnson, my man. It says $150. This is for the first 150 people in the chat. They've all been paid for. He put $1 on everybody in the chat. This man is crazy. Bro, bad boy. What you got? Bro, we got $150 cash app. If y'all don't give my boy Niter, I don't even see him in the chat yet. But he just put $150 in the cash app. And you tell me we not working. You tell me the information ain't reliable. Get the claps up for this man. Bro, he just hit 150. And he said he paid for y'all to be here. He said, look, he said I paid 150 for y'all to be here. Bro, so if y'all can't hit no free like button and we getting love like that from my boy Niter, then something is really wrong. Y'all some haters, bro. Niter just sent $150 in the cash app. You too can't tax that. Listen, I said Niter sent $150 in the cash app, and YouTube can't tax that. Did y'all catch that? Bro, we building an empire brick by brick. I promise you I'm working. You know, and you guys, I'm trying to tell y'all how to be, how y'all can believe and bank in yourself. Shout out to Niter. Much love as always. You know what I mean? And that, bro, I don't even know. I might do the Box of Ego watch party. That's why I tell y'all better act right. Y'all want me to do Box of Ego watch party? Based on Niter's one cash app and the Ryan video I did, I could just take the rest of the day off. Y'all better, I promise you, y'all better stop playing with me. You better show that love. It's not a game. I'm gonna break this YouTube algorithm, like I said. But anyway, shout out to Niter. He stopped the chat where I was going because, you know, that was crazy. Are you picking Jorge Masvidal? I don't know. He got a full camp. It's a good fight. Usman's a beast. I don't know. I don't really know who to win. Listen, I'm gonna let the fans vote when we get back to this Ryan Garcia stuff. Box of Ego watch party for the main event. Use my link for ESPN if you're ordering the fight. It's in the description box of all my videos. Linktree takes you right to it. It's the top link, or click the ESPN link. If you click either of those links, it's going to help the channel. It should be a great card. UFC 261. They've done a great job promoting it. Both fighters look lit and motivated. I'm ready. So y'all want to do the Box of Ego watch party? Okay. Let me know in the comment section. Told you I'm built for this. Isn't this the perfect specimen of a man? Bro, I'm built for this. I'm built, like DMX said, built for war like an armadillo. ESPN dropped another AJ Fury update. I hope Artman is joking. What they say now? I hope you joking, Artman. Oh, they said it's 150 million. All right. Bro, we'll see. I ain't even worried about that right now. Listen. I ain't worried about it. Whatever. Listen, a bunch of updateless updates. They keep saying it's updated, but they can't tell you when the fight is. So obviously the Wilder arbitration or something got them to the point where they can't answer it. So listen, I don't even care about that Joshua Fury. We're going to talk about this Ryan stuff because that's actual news. Joshua Fury, that ain't actual news because they can't tell you anything. What are they telling you? Nothing. No date, no venue, no undercard, no nothing. Stop. I don't care. Like, bro, let Mark Kriegel do some more bios. Them bios be weak as hell. Them Mark Kriegel, I'm just telling you what it is. Listen, bro, he trying to turn everything into a dramedy. You know what I'm saying? Like a drama. You know, Lomachenko can hold his breath for 6 minutes. But he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Can he hold his breath for the mega fight? Like, man, if you don't stop with this weird, like, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury, he battled with mental health issues. But mentally, what would his health be? Bro, Mark Kriegel is like Montel Williams. Remember how Montel Williams, he'd always talk to the audience and stuff? Bro, Ryan Garcia need to go on Montel Williams. Hold on, we need to bring Montel Williams back. Bro, put Ryan Garcia and Tyson Fury on Montel Williams. Put them on Montel Williams. Ryan, King Ryan. 8 million fans. But it means nothing if you don't take care of your mental health. Or the next Montel Williams. Bro, that's what I want to see them on Montel Williams. That's what I need to see. Hey, Icy is so stupid, bro. He said Ryan needs to watch Wes Watson. Bro, he a hub ass white boy from prison. That's hell. He's dope. I like him though. He said, "Get over the motherfucking yard, bro." Bro, I like Wes Watson. He be screaming and spitting at the camera. Shout out to Wes Watts. Okay. Shout out to Diego. Bro, he said he need to watch Wes Watts. Hey, Icy, you're a fool, bro. Listen, Drake about to drop a new album. Icy funny in the chat. Ego making that cake, and it continues to be right. Steph Curry is hitting buckets. I think it's safe to say that Light Skins is back. And Gervonta is about to be on Showtime pay-per-view, and he ain't pulling out of his fights. So I think it's safe to say the light skin cuz is back. Light skins is back, bro. I know y'all mad. I know y'all mad. The light skins is back. Hold on, let me talk about Ryan. Let's get this is too easy. That's why I just want to entertain y'all. Can I entertain y'all, bro? I just want to entertain y'all because this boxing stuff is far too easy. So okay, let me get back to it. Ryan Garcia said mental health. That's a serious issue, but I don't know. Drake has an album, Certified Lover Boy. I don't know the actual release date. Kamal Oz, shout out to my boy. Breaking, DAZN is going to announce Triple G versus Edward James Olmo. Oh, yeah, guys, American me. Yeah, Max. Dark skin, stay lit. Yeah, but light skin, we coming back in it. He said dark skin just been lit the whole time. Let's go. Icy's a nasty boy in the chat. Anyway, Kevin Slims, listen, the money keep coming in. Ryan out here looking crazy. First he ducked Tank with the fake Pacquiao fight. Then he ducked Haney with Fortuna. Right now he ducking for Fortuna. All right, he's stealing my thumb. All right, listen. We got to talk about it. All right, look. I'm gonna explain to you why the optics for Ryan Garcia look bad, right? That's all I want to explain to you. Smash the like button. We gonna have fun in the chat. Now, mental health, you know, that's a serious and sensitive subject. I get that, but for starters, anybody can just say that they're suffering. Like you could, so that's the new in 2021. That's the new norm. You could just pull out a fight and say, "Hey, you know, my health is most important." You see what I'm saying? Like, so there's no when it's something like that. That's why people pick little. I don't know. There's no way to distinguish if that's cap or if it's real. If it's real, you know, I wish him a speedy recovery. But what I'm saying is, let me explain this. I don't even know which way. I have so many things to say. I don't even know which thing to start with. Let's talk about the double standards real quick. Double standards. Adrian Broner be putting like, I want to off myself. I wish I wasn't here. All these cryptic messages. Adrian, man, alien babies, algebra books. Adrian Broner, a black man in America, puts weird cryptic. He just did one the other day. He said he wish he wasn't here sometimes or something like that. You see people in the comment section saying, yeah, just off yourself, do this and boom, 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 or you suck or just retire. They making fun of AB. But then when Ryan says, I can't fight this dude, AB ain't pulling out of no fights. If anything, AB got too much heart. AB got too much heart. He trying to fight every Maidana hard hitting ass and stuff like that. Right? But this is what I'm talking about. Now we get into it. Now we get into some of these new media double standards and stuff. Broner just posts all these weird messages, and people say Broner needs to retire and shut up, and you sound stupid. What a clown. But then Ryan Garcia says he has mental health, and everyone's like, hey, come on. Like, this is a serious thing. Tyson Fury says he has mental health issues, and he admits to drug use. Right. And everybody's supposed to just feel sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's supposed to just, like cope with it and coddle you. But when Broner says he's going through it and he wish he don't, they say he's begging for attention. You see what I'm saying with the double standard? Shout out to my boy Ari Boxing Talk. Ryan, the boy that cried wolf, I don't believe it. See? And that we're going to get to that as well. So they say AB is starving and doing all this for attention. Deontay Wilder, he says whatever he says regarding the outcome of the Fury 2 fight. Man, I felt weird. I think someone slipped me a Mickey. Boom, boom, boom. Something was off. There was a mole in the camp, blah, blah, blah. People say, shut up. You're lying. Wilder, you're a crybaby, right? This is what they say. They tear down black fighters like Adrian Broner, like Deontay Wilder, right? And they'll say these things like, Wilder, you're just crying, quit crying. You got your black arse kicked and stuff like that. But then Ryan pulls out of a fight, which, nobody in boxing would want to look like they're scared or avoiding or ducking. And then he just cites mental health issues, and everybody's just supposed to believe it and coddle and nurture this notion that, this is that. I could do this all day and I'll destroy y'all. Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao was asked to take a drug test and to get the biggest fight of his career against Floyd Mayweather. All fact. Manny didn't want to, I'm afraid of needles. He didn't want to take a drug test, right? And Floyd told the whole game, right? He said, look, I moved up in weight, but I wasn't just running through no damn body. Yeah, Pacquiao, I'll fight Pacquiao. He just needed to take the test. That's what he said. And Floyd said, like I said before, I moved up in weight. I just wasn't running through no damn body. Pacquiao need to take the test. I'll fight him anytime, anywhere. He said, at the end of the day, when Floyd Mayweather retires, I got all my faculties and my health comes first. This is what he said. People said, Floyd, you a bitch. B.I. Why you acting like B.I. That's how they treated Floyd. Another black man and another black Olympian, just like Deontay Wilder, they said health comes first, Floyd. You ducking Pacquiao. Because he said his health comes first. He said, I'll fight anybody, but it got to be on an even playing field. He said, I'll fight Pacquiao. It got to be on an even playing field. They said, you health comes first, Floyd. You scared. They try to see Floyd fight Maidana with them tampered gloves. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to the double standards. So Floyd got to fight Pacquiao, who didn't want to take a drug test at that moment, right? And he says, yeah, I'm not going to risk my health for the entertainment of people who ain't going to be there for me at the end of my career. If somebody is cheating, if you beat me, you got to beat me. Fair and square, beat me. I'm good with that. He says, if you could beat me, you could beat me. But you're going to have to beat me the fair way. And people ostracized Floyd Mayweather, TBE, and said, "Oh, you health comes first now, huh? Oh, you a bi. Why you acting like bi?" And they was mad at him. Now Ryan Garcia, who doesn't have the career that Floyd Mayweather has had, says it's his mental health that forced him to pull out of a fight in a week after announcing the fight. And people, if you don't believe it, then you're a bully. Stop it. Stop it. That's double standards. Now I'm in the, so we broke ice. Now I'm about to cook y'all. Out to D Munson. You can't fake the real. My man D Munson, you can see who's been here. He said they said Floyd should fight Pacquiao even if he was on something. Absolutely. That is a great add-on point. They said he need to fight him anyway. And if you don't, you a PUSSY. You know, and I gotta censor myself. They said if you don't fight Pacquiao, you a PUSSY. You waited too long. But it was Pacquiao who didn't want to do the drug test. And then when Floyd cited health comes first, nobody cared about Floyd's mental health. And it wasn't even mental health. It was more so advocating for a clean sport. Advocating for a clean sport. But health would, like, you know, he wasn't, Floyd told you he's not willing to lose on some fraudulent stuff. You're not going to harm my physicalities and my physical because you want to cheat. If you can beat me, you got to beat me, but you got to earn that the real way, the natural way. And people said he was a coward and yellow belly because he said health comes first. And I want to be able to talk to my kids and have all my faculties. This is what Floyd told you. But now Ryan Garcia, he 22, ain't done what Floyd's done up to that point. And everyone's like, "Oh, get well, champ. Rest up, champ. Ryan, you did it." And here's the other thing. The reason why the optics look bad for Ryan Garcia. Never in the history of the whole sport of boxing do I recall a person who was doing what Ryan was doing and then wanted sorrow and sympathy in this manner. Let me continue. Ryan Garcia, if you have mental health issues and anxiety, you're helping the onset of that anxiety. If the celebrity and the stardom is too much for you, and the pressures and and it's putting you in a bad mental spot, you have to take accountability for the things and the parts that you are doing that is enabling the bad feedback. I personally like Ryan Garcia. Like, I think he's cool. I don't mind him being in boxing, but I'm a realist as well. You told the world you were going to whoop Gervonta Tank Davis, and you were putting your twos up. You told Mike Tyson. Tyson was instigating, hey, Tank, I got him on the phone. Tank, you win the fight. And he's talking all the crap about you. You want to fight, right? And you jumped up and you're like, you going to need a Stairmaster, boy. And you put on a show. Said you're going to whoop Tank. 2 rounds, boy. You're going to need a Stairmaster, boy. 2 rounds. You did that, right? And said you're going to whoop Tank. A week or two later, you said, hey, guys, big announcement soon. My next fight. And I've been saying this. It's not like I'm just recapping what I've already been saying because I'm Egostradamus the Great. Then 2 weeks after that, a week after that, after you said 2 rounds and told TMZ and you told Mike Tyson, hi, I'm Mike Tyson, you said you was going to whoop Tank Davis, and then the pressure mounted because people were like, okay, cool. I got to see that because you told Mike Tyson you going to stretch Tank, right? 2 weeks later, you said, guess what? I ain't fighting Tank. I got a bigger fight. And someone said, a bigger fight? You got a bigger blood, got a bigger fight than Tank? They're like, who? Who could it be? Then you posted you fighting Manny Pacquiao. And I was like, what? Pacquiao? They're not even in the same weight class. That's what your boy Ego was thinking, the Dawn, right? So now, just listen. That's why I said you got to take accountability. So the person who has mental health issues and has trouble coping with pressure is also creating pressure unnecessarily for their own self and their own career, right? After you beat Luke Campbell, that was a tough fight because you got dropped. You beat him. People were happy with you. They said, okay, he stepped up. That kid got some heart. Nobody was angry. Like even people, I know people that didn't even like Ryan Garcia that seen how he warred back with Luke Campbell and was like, all right, bravo. I could deal with you. Okay, you're a real fighter. You messed that up by clout chasing Tank and then Pacquiao. And then people was like, you got to fight one of those two people. Ryan Garcia was walking down the streets of LA or wherever he was being interviewed. It's on YouTube. And he literally said, I'm fighting Gervonta Tank Davis or I'm fighting Pacquiao next. I don't care what Golden Boy talking about. It got to be one of those. So if you struggle with pressure and anxiety, here's a thought. Don't create situations that are going to make you look like this, which is what Egostradamus said from the beginning by clout chasing and doing a million interviews saying you're going to knock out Gervonta Tank Davis in 2, that you're fighting Manny Pacquiao. And then when both of those don't happen, they're talking about Pacquiao could negotiate with Errol Spence and he's not fighting Crawford. Another Egostradamus prediction accurate. And they're talking about Tank is already fighting his next scheduled opponent, Mario Barrios. Great Showtime pay-per-view. Kamal Oz, $2. Appreciate you. At this point, the WBC needs to strip Ryan Garcia. Absolutely. Kevin Slims, this kid ducked 3 fights, not a good look, mental health or not. I told you the optics look horrible. Yeah, and then people are trying to use mental health as like, bro, it reminds me of Tim Burton. Shout out to Tim Burton. Tim Burton's Batman with Michael Keaton. The Joker done terrorized the whole city of Gotham. Listen, I'm the king of analogies, bro. They are not better than me when it comes to this boxing talk. Listen, I'm the king of analogies. When the Joker throughout the whole movie, he killing people, he terrorizing the streets of Gotham, and he's doing what the Joker does, right? Mayhem and murder and all this stuff, right? Where did he get those wonderful toys, right? He's being the Joker. At the last scene on that Tim Burton Batman, the OG Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, after you've been killing people and spraying acid out, you know, shaking their hands till they electrocute, all this stuff. The Joker being the Joker, creating sinister, you know, cynical deeds and stuff. At the end of that movie, Batman started fighting him. He tried to send his henchmen. Batman still got to the roof and got to the Joker. And then he started beating the Joker's ass. You don't have bad tricks. Batman started feeding the Joker. Bah, bah, bah. You know, it's Batman, right? He can fight, he can scrap. The Joker, what he did was put on a pair of glasses and said, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? And then Batman said, you know why? Because you can't act this way throughout the whole movie and then put on a pair of glasses and act innocent and say, hey, you would hit a guy with glasses, would you? So Batman decked him. You see what I'm saying? Batman decked him. Like, that glasses ain't going to save you now. You know what I mean? And that's what it looks like. It looks like this mental health issue for Ryan Garcia now becomes a crutch for sympathy, just like they did with Tyson Fury. You've been wreaking havoc and saying this would happen and this wouldn't happen. But then now when the pressure is at its fullest, you just revert back to this. Oh, I'm not feeling well. I don't feel so well. Now you turn into the end of the Avengers movie. Tony, I don't feel so well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when Thanos snapped. Nah, it don't work like that, bro. In mental health issue, I've been depressed. I'm sure a lot of you have. There's not nothing cool about it or anything. But at the same time, it don't happen overnight. You just announced your fight a week ago, and now within a week you pull out. I've never seen that in the history of boxing. In the history of boxing. Tell me the last fight. Tell me the last fight where they announced it a week later, the guy pulled out and cited mental health issues. Let me know what the fight was. Not an injury, not Rona, or, you know, you got sick or failed a drug test. Name another time in boxing where someone pulled out and they said, I can't compete because my health is more important mentally. Yo, I need y'all to get the likes up. What gives? Like, Bro, I need y'all to get the likes up. I need y'all to get the likes up. If you're in here, get the likes up. That's the only way we strain you. I've never in the history of boxing since I've been covering it, don't recall a person pulling out for mental health issues. Here's the other thing. It's you just know it's going to be a bad look. I don't know. I think it backfired. I think they're just like, oh, nobody will touch this. Nobody will pass judgment or whatever if he pulls out for this. So see, that's what I'm saying. Oliver McCall had real life things wrong with him. And see, they don't care when it's a black fighter. I tell you, Oliver McCall, he was something really wrong with him. You look at Jermaine Taylor, there's something really, bro, he's dumping like AKs outside and stuff. And he got like warrants and he already had trouble. Something is really wrong with Jermaine Taylor, right? And he's from a real rough place, Little Rock, right? When it's a black fighter, I tell you, they don't give a fuck about us. Pew, 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 pew. Thug it to the day I die. Nobody gives a fuck about us. Jermaine Taylor got something really wrong with him for real. Oliver McCall, they really had like stuff going on. You know what I mean? And Jermaine Taylor still laced up and was in the ring and nobody thought nothing about it. You know what I mean? But like I said, different people handle stuff differently. I can give you an example. Jake Paul is not someone who's been practicing boxing his whole entire life. He was on his third fight. He talked a lot of trash about Ben Askren. His man's died. His friend, his bodyguard, his security, whatever you want to call him, Shadow. And he told you that. His friend Shadow died in camp. Like they're in the middle of training for Ben Askren, and the non-boxer, Jake Paul, who y'all say is the reason boxing has a black eye right now, his partner and his security detail died while he's training for Ben Askren. And he says, man, I had a lot on my mind. I'm dedicating this fight to Shadow. He said I was going to knock him out in the first round, and he held it together. In addition, the non-boxer, Mr. Jake Paul, that y'all say is ruining boxing, and I told you that's a cop-out, in addition to his security and friend dying, and the fact that you don't box your whole life, so you don't, you know what I'm saying, you're still learning, and you're fighting an actual fighter, the best person on, you know, an actual champion, right? The week of the fight, some TikTok chick says he assaulted me. So he had to deal with that. Somehow, some way, Jake Paul is able to internalize the death and bereavement of a security detail that was his friend that he sees daily because that's his security, right? Just like you look at Pac had this dude, he passed away like not too long ago. His name was Eric or Frankie. That was his security. Him and Pac became real close. You see him every day, security. So Jake Paul is dealing with the death of his security detail and some, which he says is false. I don't know. You know, I'm not a judge. I don't know what happened, but the assault with the TikTok chick, and he still stretches Ben Askren. So somehow, some way, that's what I'm saying. People are built different. Somehow, some way, a guy who doesn't even come from boxing is able to compartmentalize and internalize all that he's going through, put up the solid or great performance in his own right, and then deal with everything else after. So to be a boxer, it takes a lot. We know that, but this has always been the case. So the fact that I don't like it for so many reasons, and I'm going to continue talking, but let me get to this money. Kamal Oz, how many boxers does DAZN on hiatus? Hashtag no money. Kamal Oz be cooking, y'all. Hey, Kamal, slow down on him. He be cooking, y'all. Listen, the money come. I tell you, I'm the realest out. The money keep coming in. We got a $15 Cash App. No message, but this comes from Corey Moorfield. $15 from Corey. I appreciate you. Shout out to Corey. The money keep coming in. So, like, bro, boxing is a tough sport. You got to be built for this and mentally strong for this. And I understand people are human. Ryan's a human. I'm a human. We're all humans. But I need y'all to smash the like button. Come on, man. I shouldn't have to keep asking. He said that the zone curse is real. Another Egostradamus prophecy come true. I told you, the zone curse. I said all these things. I predicted this in Tupacalypse. And for once, I was down when niggas felt good in the hood being around them. And for the first time, everybody let go. And the streets was death row. I predicted all of this. So boxing is a rough, grueling, and brutal sport. You got to be mentally up here. The optics, I don't like it for Ryan Garcia. Within a week, you pull out of a dangerous fight, it don't look good. You can say, oh, it's my mental health. If that's something you really got to take care of it, but still don't look good. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we've seen boxing and boxers go through the worst of times. Listen, and I'm telling you, I keep saying, I can't stress it enough. That's why I'm the realest out. When it's a black fighter, they don't care. Tony Harrison's dad just passed away. Tony Harrison. He just fought Brian Peralta, and he didn't look great. And y'all didn't care. You didn't care what Tony Harrison of an inner city like Detroit was going through. You didn't care that the man's father passed. But then when Ryan Garcia, for some undisclosed reason, mentally is not, fit to compete, everybody all of a sudden feels remorse and sympathy. Tony Harrison's dad just died. God willing, Ryan Garcia's parents are still healthy and alive, and their son is doing it. Both of their sons is healthy and doing it. We don't even know why Ryan Garcia is mentally under the gun or whatever is going on. Tony Harrison's father just died. That's something that you'll never be at peace with that. You see what I'm saying? And y'all didn't care. His dad was his trainer. He had a bad performance, and y'all just said tore him to shreds. Oh, Tony Harrison didn't look good. Oh, that draw was some shit. Oh, that Tony Harrison, he not the same since the Charlo fight. Y'all didn't care. Where the mental health awareness and bro, that's something heavy that we know about. That we know. I don't know everything about Ryan's life, but that's something we know about with Tony Harrison. And he, under all pressure, he still was in there trying to do the best work. But y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't care. So when it's a black fighter, Adrian Broner crying for help, Tony Harrison, dad passed, Jared Hurd, dad passed, y'all don't care. But Ryan Garcia, for some undisclosed reason, we supposed to all care. Nah, bro. I'm what counts in this boxing game. Y'all got me tight. Hold on. J-Dog, thinking about it, Pacquiao and Gervonta clout chasing from Garcia were cash out fights. Hashtag we control the narrative. We been one. We working. Absolutely. Shout out to my man. The other thing is this. If you really struggle with all these things you're saying, like mental health awareness and anxiety, here's an idea. Don't give yourself more bad criticism by not fulfilling what you say you're going to do, AKA don't clout chase Gervonta Tank Davis and Manny Pacquiao, which is what I was saying from the beginning. And then that's just at least some criticism that could have been like averted. That's criticism that you could have just all the way avoided and just rode the wave of the Luke Campbell performance. Come on, bro. Y'all trying to make boxing look soft. I ain't never seen this. So I gave you several examples. I gave you chapters of my work. Floyd Mayweather, he said, I'll fight anybody, including Pacquiao, even playing field. Take the test. Health comes first. I want to be able to talk to Money Yaya and my daughter. And y'all said, oh, health comes first, huh, Floyd? Fight him anyway, even if he's on something. Maidana with the tampered glove, fight him anyway. So once again, I keep proving the double standards. When it's a black fighter, y'all don't care. Everybody just deal with it. Deal with it, Negro. Just deal with it. Black fighters supposed to just deal with it no matter what. I got examples of, bro. These young boys can't beat me. I promise you on everything I love, these young boys can't beat me. I'm Ego Veli. When Buster Douglas, who was like a 201 underdog to Mike Tyson the Great, and Mike Tyson was knocking fools out and had this aura about him, his mom just died. Buster Douglas, historically, you can look up everything I'm saying. Buster Douglas's mom died in camp for Tyson Fury 2-3 weeks before the fight, in fact. In addition, you have an American who had to go to Tokyo to fight this big threat, and he got leaned by Mike Tyson and dropped in that fight. Bro, these I promise you, these young boys can't beat me. They don't know enough. So Buster Douglas was able to compartmentalize his mom dying 2 weeks before the biggest fight of his life that people thought he had no chance to win. He gets dropped in the fight and then comes back to beat Mike Tyson in a legendary upset. So you can't tell me the boxers don't go through mental health and the rigmarole and the ailments of life, bro. This is everyday stuff. So if you a boxer, you gotta this what you gotta do. I know fighters, they get 2 weeks to train and to get a call. And I know fighters they brought in to lose. We see this all the time. We see that's why we love boxing, because they always up against everything. And somehow, some way, you see these Rocky stories where they prevail, like Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? That's why we love this sport. So you got to be tough for it. You got to be mentally tough. And now, again, we're all human. But Ryan Garcia is like, I just don't like this whole situation. Like, it don't look good. Like, here's a thought. If this ain't cap, be tough. Fight in July. That's a month or so away. Beat Fortuna. And then you've already fought in January and July. That's 2 times in a year. That there's no other superstar that's really fighting that much more than that anyway. You take the rest of the year off, mentally get good. Mentally go see a therapist. Do what you got to do. How about that? That's a thought. These young boys can't beat me. That's a thought. If this ain't cap and it is really for your mental health awareness, you fought in January, Luke Campbell, beat Javier Fortuna in July, take the rest of the year off. You a multimillionaire, or I would hope you are, or I think you are, or whatever. Take the rest of the year off. Get right. Spend time with family, daughter, boom, boom, boom. Come on, bro. Daniel Mason, the money keep coming in. Daniel Mason said, favorite muscle of mine is a muscle of mine. New media hustle hardest to find. It's so obvious. Duck Haney excuses. Duck Tank after calling him out excuses. Broner's a clown, but Garcia gets sympathy. Up out of here. I told you, bro. I told you this stream wasn't going to be what some of y'all expected. Y'all thought I was going to just be on here like, oh, woe is me. And kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Nah, bro. This ain't no kumbaya. Kumbaya, Killer Cam. Kumbaya, Killer Cam. I was checking Twitter and you got famous people supporting, but when it's a black fighter, they don't care and they say he's ducking. Bro, they're saying, the racists are saying that Charlo is ducking David Benavidez, and they're not even in the same weight class. But Ryan Garcia signs on to fight Javier Fortuna, which the whole world knew was a dangerous fight. And a week after the fight is announced, which I told you the fight wasn't going to happen, and then I thought I was wrong, but surprise, I was right. There, you got people saying that Jamal Charlo is ducking a guy in a higher weight class, but Ryan just gets sympathy. Come on. And we like, oh, it's his mental health, you know. You got to take care of that. There's nothing funny about that, huh? Bro, stop it. Boxing is tough. Buster Douglas' mom died. Tony Harris' pop died. Herb pop died. These are the realities of life. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe you got to get right with yourself. And if that ain't right, then you got to do what you got to do. But here's the other thing. I'm cooking, y'all. This shit is easy work. Here's another thing. It's like the boy who cried wolf. If you know the fable, the wolf actually came, but nobody believed him when it did. You know why? Because the boy cried wolf. He said, oh, wolf. There's a goddamn wolf. I heard it howling. There's a wolf. Right? The boy kept telling the town and his parents and stuff that the wolf was coming. Like there's a wolf. There was no wolf at the time. Are you in your parents' basement? Block him. We don't even have basements in Cali, so that was stupid. Listen, when they disrespect and they hate, donate. That's all you got to do. We don't have basements in Cali. So to answer your question, no. He said in my parents' basement, but I just moved into a bigger spot and we don't have basements in Cali. So okay. Block him. Who else? Listen, when they hate, I need everyone to donate $1 when they hate. They not going to knock us off track. I don't know if that was Ryan on the account. I don't know who that was, but block him. Does Golden Boy put on fights anymore? I don't know. Shout out to Kevin Slims. Kamal Oz. Maul is going to crack and fry Eggington like an egg. $5 for the hater. That's all y'all got to do. This is how we stop that. So, yeah, keep hating, and we're going to keep getting donations. You keep hating, and we keep getting donations to help build the empire and make the brand stronger and give us more buying power to do more. Yeah, keep doing it. Shout out to Robert Singleton. We don't have basements in Florida either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These dudes are maniacs. Boxing Eagle watch party tonight. Yeah, we'll do one because the fans want it. I do what the fans want. Shout out to Jaywalk. Jorge Masvidal Usman, BWP. I got unlimited amounts of energy because I keep getting it right and I keep getting paid. So, yeah, we're going to do it. Yo, let's get the likes up. He said that's such an outdated joke. They have nothing else to say. They're getting their manhood taken. They're getting embarrassed. Well, I don't care what they're talking about. Anyway, yeah. So back to this whole Ryan thing. Here's another thing why the optics look bad to your boy Ego. It looks bad because I don't know who wins the main event. It's a pick'em fight. Masvidal is a beast, and he got a full camp. You know, maybe that was part of it, and he wants revenge. I don't know. I really don't even know who's going to win that fight. You know, Kevin Slim, and actually, even though Jorge Masvidal got a full camp, you got to admit Usman has a full camp for that particular style as well. So it's just a good fight. UFC doing their thing. You know what I mean? Because people keep talking about how Jorge Masvidal has a full camp, but you have to keep in mind it was a late replacement switch for both fighters. So Usman wasn't really training for Jorge either. So it works both ways. I'm excited for Ruiz Areola. Yeah, because it's something that's not actually capped. Ego, you gonna cover the Berlanga fight as well? Probably not, because it's too hard to cover multiple fights, and it's two different crowds. You know, people that want to see the. No, I'm not doing it. That's to answer your question. I tried it before and it don't work really well. You know what I'm saying? It's super confusing when it's like a UFC because like people want to see the UFC card and then I'm bounced back to the top. I can't do it. I'm one person. Sorry. Kenneth Pinkney or Pinkney. Block them. Facts. So anyway, let me keep going on this Ryan Garcia. The money keep coming. I can't even talk. The money keep interrupting me. Shout out to my boy from Australia. He said, here is $5 towards the new equipment for the channel. And you know I'm getting some new stuff. I'm working. Like I said, you'll see. You guys will see. Listen, I'm not Ryan Garcia. I don't just say something and then a week later it's something different. You will see. I promise you. You will see changes on the channel effective immediately. You'll see. Just keep rocking with it. Keep rocking with it. I'm trying to do this stream, but the money keep coming in. I can't. Y'all keep sending money, so I can't. Like, the truth prevails. We got a $10 cash app. He said, here's $10 from Molly Mall at the crib. $10 from Molly Mall. He said, here's $10 for the haters. Cash app on the screen, $ box of ego. I'm going to keep cooking because it sounds like the fans are enjoying the chat and whatnot. Get the shout out to all the super chatters, cash appers. You know what I mean? We ain't got no Zales today, but it's all good. The money I told you, shout out to the channel. Yeah. So shout out to y'all helping me get out of my mom's basement. Shout out to Jonathan Guy. Love y'all. Listen, Ryan announced the Javier Fortuna fight. This is everything I say is facts, though. Remember this. Ryan said, I got a big announcement this Tuesday. Tuesday came and went and didn't happen. I waited a week and I made a video. The money keep coming in. The Bachelor, Ego Boombaye. The champ is here. Facts. Listen, Ryan said, let's go. Let's go. Ryan said, I'm going to announce a big fight on Tuesday. Tuesday came and went. The whole week passed by. No announcement. Then a week later, the next week, I did a video. Boxing Ego did a video on Monday. And I said, Ryan said he was going to announce his fight last Tuesday. It's been about a week. What gives? The next day, I pointed this out to y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. I did this video on Monday. I told you people be watching. Then Tuesday, they announced Javier Fortuna, right? And they announced the fight. So I said, oh, damn, Ego got proven wrong. Egostradamus was wrong. Good fight. I had no problem with the fight. It finally got announced. And it looked like Egostradamus had got it wrong. Because I told you I didn't see the Ryan Garcia Javier Fortuna fight happening. If you watched the Luke Campbell and seen how he got dropped in that fight, I didn't see the Tank fight happening. I told you I didn't see the Pacquiao fight happening. And I thought that the Javier Fortuna fight was super dangerous as well. So I told you 3 fights in a row, I do not see these fights happening. And it looked like the third one, my streak was broken because they announced the fight. But even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Because this turned out to be cap too. And you could say, oh, mental health, it's cap. It's not happening. At least not now. Kevin Slims, appreciate you again. $2. Gonna write these super chats off of my taxes. That's funny. Brother Moses, when they hate, donate. Absolutely. He said the jokes write himself. Bro, old media looking crazy. Everything, bro, Crawford said he was fighting Pacquiao. Yesterday, they said that's dead in the water, pretty much. Another Egostradamus prediction. When will it stop? When will it stop? Bro, I told you my accuracy rating is crazy. But here, back to the Ryan thing. I don't want to get too sidetracked. And another prediction, Ryan Garcia, immediately after Luke Campbell, he was asked about Gervonta, and he's like, yeah, Devin, I heard Devin want to fight. Yeah, Devin, we can fight right now, blah, blah, blah. And I told you that wasn't going to happen. So this is why it looks so bad. Is like I said, the fable, the boy who cried wolf. It's not that the wolf didn't come. Nobody believes you when the wolf actually came because of your prior behavior. That's the reality. So for me, that's what I look like when I see this Ryan Garcia fight. Based on your previous actions, which were man-made, like mental health, you can't help if mentally you were, in a bad spot or a slum. You got to take care of that. I get that. But there are things that you can predict, could have prevented or not pushed to the outer limits. And then some of these bad feedbacks or reviews or criticism from fans wouldn't have even took place. You called out Devin after the Luke Campbell fight. That's one. We knew you weren't fighting Devin. You called out Tank and took it up a notch, said he's too short, he's going to need a Stairmaster, and you're going to knock him out in 2 rounds. You told this to Mike Tyson, and you said it to anybody who would listen. You were walking around with Oscar and people, and everyone's holding up they two rounds and all this stuff. And then a week later, you say, I ain't even fighting Tank. He got to wait. What? I got a bigger fight. What? Then you say you're fighting Pacquiao. That's 3. Then now you say you're fighting Fortuna, and then a week later, you say you're not mentally fit to fight. Man, bro, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And I'm not finna, so I could just act any type of way on this YouTube space. And then when people call me on my stuff, I can say, oh, but my mental health. And then y'all gonna give me a pass. Like, it don't work like that. Like, I can't go to when I worked at Lowe's and grab my coworkers' booties and then say, oh, my mental health is bad. Mentally, I didn't know where I was. Bro, it's like a serial killer, and they got evidence that these were meticulous and premeditated crimes. You're like, but I went insane. I'm pleading insanity. Bro, so I could just grab my coworker booty and just say, it wasn't me, it was the Cosby hand. I got this Bill Cosby, I was possessed. The mental health of the booty, I had to squeeze me a cheek. because my mental was bad. Bro, no, y'all not gonna give me a pass if I'm out here with the Cosby claw, grabbing booties. I would like to put the pudding with the jello and the chocolate and the vanilla, the sweet, the tapioca, the pudding. Bro, y'all wouldn't give me a pass. Stop. You wouldn't. Come on, Oz. Al and Sampson will push Fortuna and Haney and May. Bro, if I got the Cosby claw and I'm just out here playing grab ass, I didn't want to do it, but my mental was bad. You can I say filth flower to filth with the claw? Bro, if I got the Cosby claw, like, bro, you can't just get out of anything, bro. Bro, with these cops, you man, you're a bunch of Karens. Man, get this out of my chat forever, you know. Black just end up dead in the sidewalk. Oh, I thought it was my taser. You go to jail for life then. How about that? Derek Chauvin. Bro, we ain't playing no games. Bro, I thought it was my taser. So, I didn't know it was a buttock. I thought it was the employee workbook. So I had to squeeze me a cheek. I didn't know that was some cheeks. Like, bro, y'all are not gonna give me no pass with no Cosby claw. You and my wife Camille and the pudding. You wouldn't do. I'm in the movie Ghost actually with the Cosby claw, the bang. Y'all wouldn't give me no pass. Oh my God, bro. So let's keep it all the way even, Steven. We everybody mental health. We gotta. So Wilder, bro. When you black, they put stuff on you. They plant, you know, bro. It's a plant. They told you that Wilder was depressed. He ain't say that. He ain't say I'm going through it mentally. But they lied to you and said that Wilder can't get over the loss and he's depressed and bipolar. Man, come on, bro. Bro, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Deontay Wilder wasn't saying anything after the Tyson Fury loss. Barely anything. He was just silent, kicking it with his kids, his family, his girl, whatever. Shopping at Kroger, whatever he do. They lied to you and came out with articles and excerpts. He didn't even do no interviews. I know for a fact. He did interviews with like 78. He wasn't doing interviews with a lot of old media people and stuff like that. They told you that Wilder was depressed. So if mental health awareness is such a big thing in the sport of boxing and everyone's compassion and care, then how you going to add that to somebody's jacket? Wilder say he's depressed. Y'all said he was depressed for him. But when you black, they wanted him to talk. So they kept saying, oh, Wilder took some step aside money. They were making up stuff. That's what happens when you black in America. When you black in America, if they can't figure it out, they'll make it up for you. You hear people say, oh, ego lives in his basement and mom's whatever the fuck. They just make up the truth for you. Wilder didn't say nothing. He was just to himself, didn't say nothing. They say, speak, goddammit, we're going to make you speak. And then they start lying and saying he was depressed. But now everyone's sympathetic to Ryan Garcia. Wilder said he was cheated. Where's the sympathy for that? Bro, I was cheated out of my undefeated record. That's a public lynching. I think he has something in his glove or he somehow tampered or manipulated his glove. But now everyone's all sympathetic. Fuck all y'all. Kiss my ass. And fuck y'all and 3 people that look like you. Now everyone want to be sympathetic and everybody's coddling Ryan. But Wilder's saying he's been maimed in the ring. And you're like, shut up. And it's stupid. That didn't happen. Tyson Fury, despite his drug usage, he's a good, wholesome kid, you know? Bro, come on. Stop. They didn't even want to fathom what Wilder was saying. They wouldn't even, they just said, nah, didn't happen. And then they, like I said, they put depression on him. He didn't say, Wilder to this day. He never said he was. Show me an interview where he said, oh my God, ever since the Tyson Fury's loss, I've been depressed in my room. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't read. Bro, he never said that. But old media, they lied and said he said that. Now everybody, now everybody's like, oh, poor Ryan, King Ryan. And like I said, here's the thing: boy who cried wolf. Mental health is an absolute, actual thing. Being, mentally health. I've been messed up before, like mentally, but you got to get through it. You got to seek help and seek people and whatever. But my thing is, a lot of Ryan's pressures could have been avoided. Period. He clout chased with Jake Paul and pulled up to Jake Paul's like crib and said, "Oh, I want to fight you." What was that about? They're not fighting. Where did that come from? You said you would fight Devin Haney. You said you would fight Tank and knock him out in 2 rounds. You said you would fight Pacquiao and that was done. You said you were fighting Javier Fortuna. That's like 5. Jake Paul, Devin Haney, Javier Fortuna, Pacquiao, and Gervonta. Bro, that's 5 fights. So you're responsible for a lot of the pressure. We can't just look at the human aspect of it and immediately go to sympathy, but not look at what is the culprit of some of these woes. Like if I'm cutting people off in traffic and then I get beat up, somebody pull me out the whip and beat my ass, and I was acting the fool and cutting them off and flipping people. We got to look at the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, if somebody whooped me, but I'm acting like a crazy lunatic on the road, then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you kind of had that coming." You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna wish mental health issues on anybody, but what I'm saying is the pressure you created. You created a pressure cooker. Ryan Garcia did, and I've been telling you that. I've been telling you he's created this pressure cooker scenario by what I believe to be clout chasing and constantly mentioning it. Bro, you can't tell the world you're going to knock out Tank. And see, this is why I don't like the whole, I'm not saying boxers don't go through it, but boxing is a grueling sport. Boxing is the only sport in the whole entire world where, hold on, my man Kamal Oz, let's get it. He said Wilder was in Africa and the old media was begging for him. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't saying anything, and they were making up the steps for him. You know what I mean? Like they were saying he was depressed, but he wasn't saying that. They were saying that. I need y'all, listen, I need y'all to get the likes up though. I need y'all, can y'all get the likes up? Can we do this? Can we get the likes up? Can we get the likes up? Come on, man. We shouldn't have to beat it. Get the likes up. I told you that's the only way I can do these streams for y'all. Likes or loot. Y'all choose the freeway or the payway. Because if not, it's Mayday. I said the freeway or the payway. Because if not, it's Mayday. Shout, there we go. Cameron Renfro, my guy. Ryan Garcia is a drama king. That sounds crazy, drama king. I don't want to hear or see him unless he is in the ring, nothing but a groupie. My boy Cameron, he ain't having it today. All right, look, here's the other thing. All right, so did y'all see that? Anybody watch the NBA? Anybody watch NBA basketball? Anybody? Any NBA fans? Boxing is a unique sport. I'm trying to tell you. This is why I don't like the Ryan Garcia announcement and posts and all that. Boxing is a unique sport. It's not a team sport. And boxing is the only sport in the world where you have to pretend you ain't hurt when you really are hurt. Anybody watch basketball? Okay, a couple of y'all. Did y'all see Trae Young with the Hawks when he fell and he messed up his ankle? He had like a high ankle sprain or whatever. Trae Young, anybody seen that? So he was on the ground like writhing in pain, like he was just like like he just didn't. You could tell Trey Young was in pain. You could see it. You know what I mean? And other sports, that's allowable. You know, you came down, you fell on your leg crazy or your ankle. Trey Young screaming, they have to cart him off and people clap. Boxing is the only sport where you hurt and you hurt for real, and you got to act like you ain't hurt. So I don't like the optics for Ryan Garcia, because what do people think when they hear something like that? When they think, and I'm not saying just care what people think, but boxing is a sport in the game, mano a mano. You got to have a poker face. So what do you think Javier Fortuna is thinking? Do you think Javier Fortuna, that people, when you show like what's perceived as weakness, people are going to look at you as food, especially in a fight game? Like, he didn't want no smoke. It's just what it is. So the optics of it look bad. I'm not saying do whatever's in your heart. You know what I mean? If you feel you got to get looked at or take time away, do that. But I'm just saying the optics of it, people are going to look at it like, Fortuna fans, people are going to look at these things. This ain't basketball. You can sprain your ankle and be hurt, and then the world sees you're hurt and it's okay. Boxing is the only sport where you don't want people, you don't want your enemy, you don't want them ops to know that you hurt, right? So if Ryan is truly going through these things, you just announced it to the world. You know what I mean? So I would have preferred if you were going through it and you just announced your fight a week ago, probably not even announce the fight and just didn't even take the fight, and you wouldn't have looked as bad, because it just, it'd just be like, he's not fighting. But now you've showed everyone the chink in your armor or whatever, right? You showed everybody that like mental stability is messing with you. Pressure is getting to you. So I don't like the optics of that for a fighter, because fighters are the only athletes in this sport where it's not a team sport, and people can't see the weakness in you, because in the fight game, they're going to try to exploit that. So look at it from the fans. By doing this, and I'm not trying to sound harsh or cutthroat or insensitive. I'm just telling you, sharks smell blood. Yeah, shout out to, I like that. We go in the same place. That's what I'm saying. They sense blood in the water or whatever the situation is. The fight game is brutal. So if you really are going through that and you make it so public, like this is not like an actor or something, you know what I'm saying? Or someone who's not in their active career, where they're like, hey, like Oscar, like, I got to go to rehab. This, I got some issues. So it's like boxers are almost forced to be tougher than the average human. And you see that in the fights, people broken jaws and, fighting. And Wilder fought Chris Arreola, who Andy Ruiz is just now about to fight, with a torn bicep and a fractured hand. Everything I say is all fact. Wilder scored a knockout over Andy Ruiz's pay-per-view opponent a couple years ago in lieu of another fighter, Alexander Povetkin, failing a drug test, trying to cheat to beat him. You know what I mean? So he brought in Chris Arreola as a replacement opponent. He had a fractured hand, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, who he has sympathy for me and a handful of other people. He fought Arreola, knocked him out, and hurt him badly with a torn bicep and a fractured hand. But Ryan Garcia gets all this for some undisclosed alleged, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what's internally going on in somebody, but we don't even know. Like, there's no like known trauma or known situation unless something comes out in a few weeks that we didn't know about, which is like, they're getting ahead of the bullet or something. We don't know why he's doing this. So to be a fighter, you got to fight all the way through. And even when you're in pain, sometimes you have to fight through that and not let your enemies know you're in pain. Shout out to Robert Singleton. He said, facts. I remember that Arreola fight. Everything I'm saying is true. He was acting unstable on Mike Tyson's podcast. He put pressure on himself. That's what I'm saying. Pressure bursts pipes or creates diamonds. He created pressure for himself. Shout out to Mr. White. I'm not sure. Yakov, $5. Appreciate you, my guy. I'm just saying, boxing is the only sport where you got to pretend you ain't hurt when you are hurt. It's that simple. So by Ryan doing this, people like look at Gabe Rosado. That dude is a warrior. Gabe Rosado, you can't tell me otherwise. He fought Triple G, bloodied up, was like what? He didn't even want the fight stopped, I don't think. David Lemieux got cracks. He fought with a detached retina. Bro, boxing is vicious. You got to be built for this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't built for it, like to get punched up. You know what I mean? Gabe Rosado, win, lose, or draw, you ain't nobody questioning that heart or mentally unraveling. Andre Ward, same thing. Andre Ward fought Carl Froch and beat him in the culmination of a Super 6 tournament with an injured hand. His hand after the fight was looked like a cow udder. Shout out to King Corleone. His mom got them gems. He said, my mother always told me don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. See, and it's sometimes the people, because I'm older than Ryan Garcia, obviously. And sometimes it's your OGs or your parents or older brother, sister, or whatever. They have them gems like King Corleone's mama. That's a great one. Don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. That's what I'm saying. You got to, and if you do, you better do like Jake Paul and just be ready to face the music and not Ben Askren out, because now they can't say nothing. That, bro, listen, Andre Berto tore his shoulder in Jesus Soto Kara's fight. That's what I'm saying. We can do this all day. I'm boxing, bro. We could do this all day. There's a ton of fighters who Ali fought with a broken jaw. Paulie Malignaggi's jaw was messed up. I mean, you got to pretend, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to pretend. And like, this is why it looks bad, because all you have to do is you announce the fight as a professional. You maybe, if you weren't mentally stable, maybe determine that beforehand. You see what I'm saying? Maybe determine. That's why I feel like there's more to this story. You know, hopefully he didn't fail a drug test or something crazy. You know what I mean? Or have some get sued or something, and they just getting ahead of the bullet. But it looks crazy, bro. Like, hey, I just need some time off and blah blah blah. After a week after you announced the fight, you've never seen that. Floyd Mayweather gets called a bitch for far less. That's just a fact. Everything I'm saying is fact. Floyd was hurt, rotator cuff, Castillo. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Errol Spence got in a car crash that really almost claimed his life. Came back thugging versus Danny Garcia. And I want to tell y'all about the black experience for black fighters. There's no sympathy for this. If anything, you see the opposite of what's the opposite of sympathy? What's the opposite of empathy and sympathy? What's a good word to describe? That's what you see for black fighters. Ain't nobody giving Floyd a pat. Bro, Floyd can lose rounds. They say he lost a fight. Like Maidana won rounds. Cotto won rounds versus Floyd. He lost just off of that. Ain't no sympathy. Ain't no sympathy. Like, what did Tom Hanks say in A League of Their Own? There's no crying in baseball. Contempt, barbarism, ridicule. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what you see for black fighters. All these synonyms, hostility. Yeah, you don't see people say like, oh, Floyd, bro, he lost 2 rounds to a fighter. He lost the whole fight. That's what they tell you. Jose Benavidez got shot, came back, and gave Terrence Crawford. He lasted longer than any of Crawford's recent opponents. He went 12 rounds. I was there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The optics don't look good, y'all. It really don't. I think a better. Hold on, y'all going crazy. I think a better look would have been to not have ever announced this fight. Like, hold on one second. We got a $3 cash app. The money keep coming in. Hold on. Arthur Hawkins. Javier Fortuna was gonna knock out Ryan Garcia. This man cutthroat. $2 from Arthur Hawkins again. He cutthroat. Hold on. Arthur Hawkins cutthroat. What is he saying? A duck is a duck. Ryan Garcia is a duck. Damn. Arthur Hawkins ain't playing with y'all. The money keep coming in. I told you. It's my payday. Every time we get it right, we going to get paid. We got $10. The money keep coming in. Daryl Smith. Ryan don't want that work from them fighters. I'm telling you, it's not a good look. You see how the reaction is. And old media, being as wrong as they always are. Now they're trying to be like, they're trying to make people who are saying what I'm saying or fans saying this, they're trying to make them like, oh, you're just a heartless bully. Ain't nobody trying to bully Ryan Garcia or be insensitive. If he got something he's going through, he's going through. But again, it's a bad look. You know, like Sergio fought a 200. That's true. Kamal he be digging in the crates, giving y'all some real life analogies. He said Sergio Martinez fought a 200-pound Chavez Jr. and went to war and got up from the 12th round. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, boxing is just brutal. We all, like, the thing is this. Look at the climate of America. You think the world likes seeing, Capitol Hill riots, not being outside in the pandemic, and everyone got to wear a mask, people's family members pass. Some people are scared of vaccinations, or, they don't have a surplus or enough vaccinations, or you don't have medical coverage. This ain't Australia. This ain't Canada, where we got free like medical for everybody. You know what I mean? You see these cops, police brutality, people getting pulled over and the wrong person gets shot, or I thought it was my taser, Derek Chauvin kneeling on people's neck. You know what I'm saying? The life is tough, especially if anything. My whole childhood is passing away, bro. Black Rob, DMX, a Humpty Hump. My name is Humpty. Like, life is hard, so you got to be built for war, and like built for like mental war, like, you know what I'm saying, and built sturdy. But here's another reason why I don't like the optics for the Ryan Garcia thing. Bro, you jumped up. You was on the hi, me Mike Tyson. I got Ryan Garcia. He want to fight, bro. Ryan Garcia popped up. You're gonna need a stairmaster, boy, and it doesn't. I guess here's the thing. This is my opinion, and I'm not trying to sound like cruel or insensitive or whatever, but I got to be real with my audience. I feel like deep trash talk and call outs and stuff is not synonymous with mental health fragility and mental fragility and, like, you know what I'm saying, unstableness. It's like you have to almost pick your poison. Like, I don't recall, everyone goes through life. There's no one that lives a life worth living that has not faced pain and turmoil and angst. So to think Muhammad Ali, a prime iconic fighter and trash talker, never dealt with those things is just stupidity. I mean, he was facing prison because they said he was dodging the draft at a time where if you were of a certain age and healthy, you had to enlist and you had to be willing to fight that war. So he was facing prison time for what he believed in. He said, I ain't going to Vietnam. He said, I'm getting mistreated in my own country. Them people, bunch of women and kids, they never did nothing to me. They ain't calling me a nigga. That's what Muhammad Ali said. So he had to deal with being ostracized during a super openly racist time in American history. People were calling him a coward, a chicken, because he didn't want to fight the war. And that's not really heard of. They're like, you boxer, but you don't want to go to war, and we're making you go to war, and you're talking about religious belief. So we know for a fact Muhammad Ali was up against great stress and angst and stuff. And like I said, when you're black, especially in America, ain't nobody feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? They're not looking at it like, fight. If you fighting Ken Norton, oh well, fuck the draft shit, all that. You better win. You know what I mean? You fighting Foreman, you just got to win. So it's like it's a little bit hard to look at the Ryan situation and just be like, oh, this is a good look. You know what I mean? He said, y'all going in. Hat Rack. King, man. Hat Rack says, King Ryan got floored by a can of Campbell's. Now, y'all going in too crazy, bro. $10. The money keep coming in. He said, King Ryan got floored by a can of Campbell's soup. Now he's a professional coward. Nah, y'all, I ain't say all that, but y'all going in, bro. That's crazy. Man, what? I'm just saying that like every fighter through Floyd Mayweather fought Miguel Cotto knowing he was going to prison. Floyd wasn't like he was a professional fighter his whole life. So he wasn't like a street dude that's used to going to prison. He knew he was going to prison to serve that little sentence or whatever. And he fought Cotto under that duress. The week Maidana was fighting him, so all the tampered glove issues and all that, Miss Jackson, his ex-fiance, sued him and accused him of all sorts of stuff. Floyd kept it all together. Somehow, some way, Floyd is able to, you know, when people were calling him a coward and health comes first, Floyd, and chicken weather and all this stuff, he holds it together. So, you know what I mean? That's just the reality of it. What's the likelihood that the most dangerous fight on your calendar since you've been a pro fighter, this is the time where you break down like and say, hey, I'm taking some time off. I got to prepare for this, like mental battle. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look. I don't see it no other way, y'all. I don't see how this could be a good look. Like I said, it's hard for me to relate trash talk with mental fragility. Like if you're gonna talk this talk, then I feel like it's just expected that you got to be able to keep everything together. Not saying be perfect, but you got to keep everything together. Like me personally, me as a boxing fan, this is Ego speaking to all of y'all. He said Ruben Guerrero calling him a wife beater. You guys like this guy? Mayweather, he beat up his wife. That's what I'm saying. He put it, all that. Getting yelled at the press conference by Ruben Guerrero, kept it all together at all times. People saying he lost to Castillo. He got to fight Castillo 8 months later. You got to be built for this, man. I really believe that. But here's why I don't. It's hard for me to relate like mental fragility or mental health things like to the point where you're going to pull out of a fight with trash talking. Because when I think of like the prime boxing trash talkers, I can't picture any of them making these this move. Can you imagine Roy Jones Jr. pulling out of a fight with James Toney saying I got to get my mental together before I fight James Toney after he announced a week before he was fighting James Toney? I just the level of persecution and prosecution that Roy Jones would receive for talking all that trash, or if he was fighting Vinny Pazienza, and then all of a sudden a week later he said I ain't fighting him no more, and he was talking all this trash about this and that and guys that were ranked higher than Pazienza. You know what I mean? That to me, that wouldn't be a good look. I cannot picture Roy's my favorite fighter, bro. I can't picture Roy saying, I was about to fight James Toney. All of a sudden, I got to pull out. Got to take care of myself. Got to take care of my mental health. Because you don't help, you don't have nothing. So, therefore, won't be fighting James Toney. James Toney going to have to wait. I said, bro, can you imagine Roy talking like that, bro? What I just say? What I tell you, James Toney didn't get beat. I said I beat his ass all the time. I can't beat his ass. Helped his wealth. Your boy Roy Jones, Colin, I gotta get my mind right. If I don't get my mind right, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I didn't want to turn. Bro, I didn't want to turn back to old RJ. I want to kill him by mistake, but I couldn't kill him by mistake because all of a sudden my mind ain't right. Mental health, I ain't got that man. You got to beat that baby. You see, Donald Trump couldn't do that, but Barack Obama, mentally, he knew what he wanted to do. Just like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, he ain't gonna do that. He had a dream. Bro, that doesn't even sound like Roy. Didn't I just say that? Bro, what's popping, bro? I'm the ruler of this boxing game. Bro, you do say you walk in Mexico. He said he don't want to see no Mexican come from Mexico unless he build a wall. Obama wouldn't do that. I said Obama wouldn't do that, baby. So, like I said, however, I'm not fighting James Toney. Even though I told you like we're gonna fight James Toney, I ain't fighting James Toney. Bro, that don't even sound like Roy Jones. That to me, that don't even sound like anything he would be capable of saying. To beat a bet, you got to beat the bet. All of a sudden, I got to beat myself. I got to beat myself. Not beat my dick. I ain't talking masturbation. I got to beat myself. Mentally, I ain't where I need to be. So I got to go back, piss cold, get some OJ. Not OJ sense. I got to get some orange juice. Drink some orange juice. Spend time with kids. I'm going to chase chicken. I'm going to be on the phone. And then I come back, fight Jane Tony. Bop, 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 bop. Did I say that, baby? Oh, my God, bro. I'm the king of the things. Bro, it just tell boy, sir, he gonna laugh in the chat because I ain't fighting Jane Tony. To get the mint. Y'all must forgot my mental ain't where it need to be. Bro, that don't even sound like no Roy, man, Ryan, man, whatever. It's that bop, bop, bop. I didn't want to do that, but y'all made me. I turned back to old RJ, killed that boy by mistake. And it's gonna be that way, baby. Yeah, all of a sudden I gotta do like Ryan Garcia, Tyson Fury. They don't want to pull up. All right, bro. Imagine Deontay Wilder pulling out a mental Brazil for mental health problems after saying he gonna catch a bite. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God. The Lord have spoken. I told Deontay the wrong Wilder he can't compete against dominant Brazil because, like, bro, it just don't even sound right, bro. And if you black, bro, imagine if Charlo pulled out of the Castro, what's the name, Castano fight. What did Jamel like? Lions only forever. Yeah, I ain't fighting Brian. Bro, come on, y'all full of it. Y'all know y'all full of it. That's why we keep winning. Pop, 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 pop. Didn't I just say that? That's why I keep winning. Listen, y'all gonna all pay me this year. Shout out, come on, the money keep coming in. What I just tell you? He said Mike Tyson be like Ryan. Need to see my pigeons. Absolutely, Mike. Can you picture Mike doing it? Yeah, I was gonna fight Trevor Burbank. All of a sudden, I want to fight for a title belt. It's a belt. I don't even need belt. Why? I got enough belt. I got a Gucci belt. Why I need another belt? Like, bro, you Mike Tyson will pull out because his man, that motherfucker crazy as fuck. Mike Tyson crazy as they ever came, and he ain't never pulled out for no man. Come on, bro. You know, I just want to hurt him. I want to beat him, but I can't. Now it's not the correct time for me to be fighting a Trevor Burbank. I wanted to fight Razor Ruddock. You know, he was talking. He kept talking. Bro, can you picture Mike saying, "Oh, but mentally, I got to play with my pigeons. I don't think I can do it. I just want to go home, talk to Cuff, and eat some New England clam chowder and see what's next for my fight schedule." Bro, get the fuck out of here. Y'all soft as fuck. Y'all making boxing soft as fuck. Old media blaming Jake Paul. Y'all the real problem. Y'all full of shit. Like, in the words of DMX, rest in peace. You whack, you twisted. Your girls are woo. You broke. The kid ain't yours. And everybody know your own man say you stupid. You be like, so I love my baby mama. I never let her go. Y'all weak as a fuck. Bro, y'all making boxing look crazy. And bro, I told you it's the usual suspect. Why is this stuff not happening with PBC? So Terrence Crawford versus Pacquiao, right? Terrence Crawford versus Pacquiao. All waiting and next week, one more week, mate. All this stuff, right? I ain't never gonna chill. Fuck that. Never gonna stop. Handguns with double-digit shots. I move work on another nigga block, bro. Bane pulling out from a fight with Batman. Wow. He said Bane pulling out. Nah. I gotta go to pigeon coop. I gotta go play with the pigeons. You know, I want to play Squabble. I just want to dabble and be with my friends and want to play board game. Like, bro, what, you from Brownsville? I don't even think, if you from Brownsville, I don't even think you can talk like that. Look at the motherfuckers from Brownsville. They don't even Cannon Bridge. I don't even think they allow you to say stuff like that. I just want to be home and in my robe. I want to play board games and I want a hot toddy out this motherfucker. Bro, what? That don't even sound like Mike. I mean, I sound like Mike, but that don't sound like something Mike is even capable of saying. I'm gonna open a pack of Swiss Miss Get some hot cocoa. I want cocoa and listen to Bad Boys Greatest Hits with P. Diddy and play some board games. You know, Uno, Jenga. I want to play Scrabble, all that motherfucker. I want to play all the game, all of them. I got to get my mental back. My mental, you know. I got to get mentally ready for Trevor Burbick, Razor Ruddock. All of a sudden, you know, I got a tummy ache. I can't fight. Cause my tummy. I ate Taco Bell, my tummy. And the motherfucking chalupa. I was hungry. I was in training camp. My cut told me, he said, don't go to Taco Bell. And I was arrogant. All of a sudden, I didn't listen to cuss. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to Taco Bell because I was being arrogant. I was in an arrogant mood. So I went to Taco Bell and got me some food. And all of a sudden, my tummy was hurt. My tummy, I was like, oh no, what is this? Now I got the Hershey squirts, and I got to pull out the fight. I got to take a crap, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Bro, Mike's my favorite fighter, him and Roy. I can't picture him talking like that. Yeah, Taco Bell, you know, all of a sudden. They changed the meat. Something different with the meat. My tummy was hurting. I was being arrogant. Changed the meat. I think they put dog meat in my pedigree. I felt like a dog. DMX. I was it was feeding me pedigree tacos. All of a sudden, my bloop, my stomach. I had a tum-tum. You know, like Three Ninjas, tum-tum, Rocky. It was spinal. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all watering boxing down, stupid ass fucks. Shout out to my man, Yaakov, Mike Tyson, my tummy ache. Shout out for the money. I can't fight Razor Ruddock. I told him he need to kiss me in the mouth with those big round lips. But now I got to back out the fight because of Taco Bell. I'll be like, what, Mike? You wildin'. Marshans, what's up? Man, y'all weak. Y'all weak as hell. Oh, man, my leg itching. Yeah, bro. Just imagine if you just never will see this, especially with a black fighter. And if you do see a black fight, they're gonna have hell to pay. I promise you. Pulling out the fight. Yeah, Hershey squirts. I can't. How am I gonna do the ring walk? I gotta poo. Whatever. Mental health. Yay. We did it. Hey, y'all going crazy. Y'all going crazy with the comments. Y'all ain't showing no mercy. My man sent a $3 cash app. He said Ryan Garcia saw that whooping come his way. Bro. And listen, why y'all sitting up here like pity party for Ryan because his tummy hurt or whatever is going on? Javier Fortuna, he really the one getting effed over. Hold on. What about my boy Javier Fortuna? Listen, what about the boy Javier Fortuna? Everybody feeling sorry for Ryan. What about Fortuna? Hey, what about that tuna, bro? That's what I need to know. Bro, Javier Fortuna was supposed to have to fight Devin Haney, and then Devin Haney had a shoulder surgery, so he couldn't, right? They said Devin Haney's not going to be able to fight his mandatory Fortuna because he had a thing. He had a shoulder injury, and they said he had to get the surgery. That's one. He was scheduled to, I think he was supposed to fight Luke Campbell, and it didn't happen for some reason. Then he was scheduled by Golden Boy, another Golden Boy fallout with Javier Fortuna. Wow. So Golden Boy scheduled the Javier Fortuna Jorge Linares fight. Then they pulled out Golden Boy fighter Jorge Linares, who's now fighting Devin Haney. They said Linares was sick with the Rona. And then Ryan Garcia gets announced, and a week later it gets scheduled. That's like 3 or 4 fights from Javier Fortuna where he gets the short end of the stick from boxing, and y'all mad because people are not really feeling the Ryan Garcia, how it's all played out, and his reasoning and rationale. Kamal Oz, the money keep coming in. Mike, Ryan's not a conqueror. I'm Alexander. I'm going to give him some grits. I'm not talking to female reporters unless we fornicate. This Me Too generation is soft. Facts. Brandon Lenz, Oliver McCall literally cried in the ring. And they probably told him to get over it. Bro, nah. Y'all, listen. I give credit where credit's due. I don't take that from anybody. Javier Fortuna, he the boogeyman of the century. And none of his fights can see the end of day, and it's never because of him. People are breaking their ankles and knees and the Rona, and they got the mumps, and they got scurvy, all types of stuff. I was going to fight Javier Fortuna, but I was lacking vitamin C, so me got the scurvy. Like, bro, they got scurvy and mumps and rickets and chicken pox, smallpox, bubonic plague. Something magically happens. Mental health issues, menopause, menstruation, PMS. Like, bro, Javier Fortuna can't get is always something. Your period starts kind of light. It's real heavy, and then it's kind of light. Like, bro, it's always something. Male menopause and menstruation, all this shit, man. He can't get no work. I feel bad for him. Upset tummy, poor gut health. Like what like he can't get no work. Irritable bowel syndrome. What else? What else is boxing gonna throw at us? Javier Fortuna can't get a fight. Motherfucking fingers amputated. Bird flu. Like what? Parrot flu. Y'all heard of that? See, I be knowing about these little diseases and stuff. I be reading. Parrot flu, mad cow meat. Like, bro, he can't get no work. I was about to fight Javier, but the mad cow meat got me. SARS, nigga. SARS, nigga. SARS. Like, SARS. Yeah, bro, how you got SARS out this motherfucker? Oh my God, bro. And y'all, he got SARS. Like, I ain't never seen no one pull out a fight with motherfucker SARS. Yeah, I went to the doctor. They said it was SARS, nigga. SARS. This shit is crazy. Nah, feel bad for he can't no looks. Whatever. All week. I'm just gonna get paid through boxing. I don't even care. Whatever. You on a roll, keep that heat coming. General Squirrels, my dude. Arthur Hawkins is back. The boy is back. I said the bounce is back. I'm putting cases on all you itch. Denzel to Ryan. Hey, Arthur Hawkins got to chill. He going to edge. He said hemorrhoids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Roid rage, hemorrhoids, Pepto Bismol, preparation H. All we know is Javier Fortuna can't get a fight. Someone said he can't get a fight because of halitosis. They pulled out with halitosis. I'm done. Y'all doing so much. He said someone pulled out because of halitosis. Y'all tripping. Bro, you got to be built for this boxing stuff. Bro, you got to be built for this. So, you know how the saying goes, when it seems too good to be true, usually because it is. So, Egostradamus done told y'all, get my likes up. I told you, I was like, man, I don't see this fight going on. And then I took the L when I thought the fight was going on. I was like, okay, your boy was wrong. I messed up. And then we find out, I wasn't wrong after all. Hey, Alex is disrespectful. He said you don't see Amir Khan depressed with that glass chair. Y'all ain't. Hey, y'all. No, y'all gotta chill, bro. He said you don't see him. Why are boxing fans like this? What is up? He said you don't see him depressed with that glass chair. Nah, you wrong for that, bro. See, I don't even be taking it there. Y'all be taking it there. Y'all wrong. Whatever. Like, and then here's the other thing. Why can't Ryan get depressed like during the fight that we didn't want to see and shit? You know what I'm saying? It's just all too convenient. Here, listen, you know what? Here's the other thing. I'm starting to smash my likes. Y'all better smash the like. Listen, I'm starting to wonder if this was a setup from the beginning. No, hear me out. I'm not trying to sound like a cynic. Listen, if y'all want to hear this point, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want to hear this point from the Stream King Almighty, the great Egostradamus, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Y'all gonna let me know something. I got some questions. Shout out to AMG. I got some questions on this one. I'm wondering if this is a setup. I'm gonna explain why. And this is my truest thoughts. I'm wondering if this was a setup and this was never bound to happen, and they had to find a way out. First of all, Oscar, just hear me out. That's why I'm saying I wonder if there's more to it, like more than meets the eye. Because one, in the history of boxing, I have never heard of a fighter pulling out because their mental health wasn't strong enough at that point or whatever, right? Plus, it's a super dangerous fight, which we already knew. Two, Oscar is talking about he's about to fight on Triller, and Triller's throwing bags to Teofimo and Jake Paul and all that. So maybe there's more there, something with that. Like Ryan Garcia, we can't pay him, or we're not paying him, or DAZN's giving Eddie Hearn ultimate like preferential treatment. So maybe Oscar is trying to take him to Triller. Or, I don't know, something like that. But here's another reason. The fight was announced a week ago, and then within a week is mental health issues. I've been depressed before. I've had struggles with mental health where I wasn't cool, but I don't go around telling so people couldn't tell, right? But usually the onset of depression doesn't just happen overnight. It's more of a gradual thing, and you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? So if you were mentally unstable or unfit to compete to the point where you got to pull out of a fight, you didn't know last week when you announced the fight and you signed the contract that, hey, so that's still kind of your bad. You know what I'm saying? Because so you signed the this is what I'm supposed to believe. Ryan signed the contract and the fight was announced last week, and he's like, I'm depressed now. Like, that's not usually how depression works. Usually it's multiple things not going your way, and the climate, and you just ultimately aren't where you want to be. So within a week, you just now discern and decide that your health comes first, and mentally you're not capable of fighting, but you just announced the fight. So now this is like making me suspicious. Now this is circumstantial, but it's very interesting. When they announced the fight, I thought that the flyer looked so weak. Hear me out. I thought the flyer for it didn't even look like a professional flyer. It looked like kind of like a fan-made flyer. So there was like literally very little put into the flyer. Exhibit A. This was the flyer they used to announce the fight. Right? And it just looks so cheesy. Like so little effort was made into using the flyer, like into the fire. I'm like, damn, like who made this? You know what I mean? So now I'm starting to wonder if this fight was never bound to happen, because usually when you see a very good fight announced, you see at least an on-point, solid flyer that looks professional, like where it looks like it's a flyer from that company. You know what I mean? When I seen this, I was like, what the hell? He said a swap meet flyer. Yeah, it looked like he went to Kinko's and got that. So it didn't look like they never did like a press conference. You know what I mean? The flyer looked like it was like done by like on Fiverr or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it just looked like a MySpace flyer or something. So it's like I just feel like there was very like super little effort put into it. Like, look, this is Devin Haney's flyer for DAZN. You know what I mean? So now I'm wondering if they would even ever really finna have this fight go on. It just looked like there was no real effort and movement towards it happening. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Either way, it's a bad look. It's a bad look to me. So yet again, another Egostradamus prediction. So maybe in the upcoming weeks we'll find out more more details on this. Um, whole situation is just bad. What can I say? Um, I really don't have the same empathy and sympathy because I feel like the pressures. Ryan brought a lot of pressure on himself. That's what it is. You guys can try to baby him or whatever, but if anytime you have okay, in the history of the whole sport of boxing, name another isolated instance where someone had 4 fights that they were advocating for that all fell through in 4 months. When have you ever seen this? No, answer that question. That's all I want to know. Prove me wrong, since y'all think y'all can do it. When have you ever seen someone in such a small space of time have 4 fights that all fell apart? Devin Haney, right? Pacquiao, Tank, and now Javier Fortuna. When is it? So you wonder about pressure? Maybe that has something to do with it. When have you, in the history of boxing, like imagine if Gervonta Davis said, I'm fighting Floyd, I'm fighting Pacquiao, I'm fighting Devin Haney, and I'm fighting Mario Barrios, and none of them happened in 3-4 months of time. Bro, come on, bro. That's never. There's never going to be a time from boxing fans, true boxing fans, not groupies and man fans, but true boxing fans, where that is ever received well. When you told the public you were going to fight, and all of them in this much time fell apart. Pacquiao fell apart. You said you were going to knock out Tank. You said you were going to fight Devin. And then now you switched it and said Devin got to do more and fight someone. Like, bro, and see, this is the reason why the fall from grace is going to be bigger for Ryan, is because he's so popular. He has such a following and whatever. And everybody was giving him credit. Remember? Everyone was like, yeah, see, Devin's a bum. And, he's fighting Lenatus, and Ryan keeps stepping up, and Ryan's fighting a much better and dangerous fight. Y'all all gave credit to that. So now what do you say? Now you see old media switch up to the sympathy card. You guys with old media say Ryan is beasting, and you hated on guys like oftentimes black fighters, PBC fighters, but guys like Jamal Charlo, you say, oh, why is he fighting this guy? And everybody gave credit to Ryan, say, oh, he's stepping up in a major way, fighting a very dangerous guy. But now he's not fighting that dangerous guy. People said, oh, Devin Haney needs to step it up. He's trying to fight a former champion, Jorge Lenatus, while Ryan's fighting Javier Fortuna. But then Ryan pulls out and withdraws from the fight. Now, once again, old media looking stuck. I might have been in the minority, but I didn't think he was going to beat Fortuna. All I knew is it was a good fight, and I thought it was definitely a fight he could lose. He has power and speed, and like maybe he could catch Fortuna. All I know is it'd have been a tough fight either way. You see what I'm saying? And you wonder why the backlash is like that. Because listen, truth be told, old media, they the ones that built up Luke Campbell. He all right. Who would he beat? He ain't beat nobody. He ain't beat nobody for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? This would have been a certified test. Javier Fortuna looked great in his last fight. Got a stoppage and everything. So it's just a bad look because see, listen, notice all these games in boxing. Notice they always happen. They always happen at the worst time. For example, when Canelo has a mandatory that consists of Jamal Charlo, a fight all boxing fans would really want to see. That's the mandatory where he becomes franchise champion and he don't have to fight him, right? When Lomachenko's mandatory becomes another black fighter, Devin Haney, and that would be a great fight for Lomachenko and for Devin Haney, that's conveniently when he becomes a franchise champion. So when his mandatory is Anthony Corolla, somehow, some way, they don't franchise him so he don't have to fight Toyota Corolla. But then when he's about to have to be made to fight a black fighter with the rival promoter, Eddie Hearn, then conveniently he gets franchised out. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. Most people considered this the toughest fight of Ryan's on, early career. Conveniently, now he pulls out. He's never done this before, pulled out of a fight a week after it was announced. And now his mental health loses stability right when... And conveniently, this is the fight that I said I didn't see him or his team or Golden Boy taking. So it's funny how many coincidences boxing has. When the mandatory is good, like Charlo, Triple G don't fight him. Like Derevyanchenko, when he was supposed to fight him when Canelo failed a drug test. But when Triple G's mandatory is Dominique Wade, someone you never even really seen, he has to fight him. And Camille says meta, he has to fight him. No problem. That's why I tell you, Jake Paul ain't the reason boxing is struggling with perception. There's stuff like this. Now, here's the other thing. This is the plot twist, y'all. I try to save some of the best for the last, right? Now Ryan Garcia, Mr. 8 million Instagram followers, has put himself in a bad predicament. Because if you are truly depressed or mentally unstable and unfit, for starters, the boxing commission needs to evaluate this man. Because if you really are struggling, see, people are now starting to throw away. They've seen it with the Tyson Fury, and we're throwing this mental health issue. If someone has real mental health issues and they're identifying the problem, they're self-diagnosing the problem and openly telling you they have mental health issues, they don't need a license, to be honest. So, yeah, now we're getting to the plot twist. If you are a fighter, they have to go through medical evaluations, right? I know fighters who have, over the years, taken punches so they can't pass the brain scans and stuff. You know what I mean? The CAT scans and stuff, because it looks like there's some, early signs CTE type of brain activity, so they can't even get licensed. This is what happened to Edwin Valero. Edwin Valero couldn't fight in America because he got I think it was a motorcycle. See, y'all don't know boxing. This is why I kick y'all ass every time, bro. Anyway, history lesson. Edwin Valero, long story short, I believe it was a motorcycle. It might have been a car, but I think it was a motorcycle. Motorcycle accident, and he had irregular brain activity. People wouldn't clear him in America to fight. So he was fighting in Mexico and shit. Hold on. My bad. Anyway, Edwin Valero had some issues too. You know what I mean? But anyway, part of it was because he stopped being able to clear. This is a boxer. Some boxers, that's their only skill. They don't know, how to make money on the internet, or they didn't do investment. All they know is how to fuck you up and fight and use their fists to generate cash flow and currency. You know what I mean? And Edwin Valero, that messed him up because that's his livelihood, and he got cracks, or he had cracks, you know what I mean? And because of this motorcycle accident and activity, his brain waves weren't, he couldn't get a license in America. So he had to take like lesser fights in wherever, Mexico and stuff like that. So my theory is this. If Ryan Garcia, since he is now declared, they need to pull his license and evaluate him, because you can't, bro, for the safety of the fighter. See, how is it okay? If we have a referee is in charge to administer the action and mediate the action. That's what I'm saying. Using this mental health stuff, you got to tread real lightly, because this is a real life issue. So anyway, a referee is put in the ring to administer the rules and make sure the rules are being followed and protect the fighter when the fighter can't protect themselves. So boxing needs to get together, and Ryan needs to get his license pulled until he gets cleared out and checked out mentally. If he's publicly declaring, I can't follow through with fights because mentally I'm not stable, or my mental health or whatever. That sounds pretty severe to me. So I don't see how you can even get a license for the sport of boxing if you're publicly telling people you're not stable to box. See, what happens is a lot of boxers deal with all types of adversities that enable them to not be able to fight, right? But some even hide it because they just want to fight. Like, I know people who, like, you know what I'm saying? They just, even though their brain scan's not looking good or whatever the situation is, they still want to fight. You know, true fighter stuff. Manny Pacquiao, he didn't weigh enough. He used to weigh in with pants and like weights in his pants to make that weight class because he was too skinny and stuff. So usually you see the opposite. You see people trying to disregard like a doctor's advice and still try to fight. You know what I mean? Like Nick Blackwell and situations like that. You see people trying to like go against conventional, you know, Vinny Pazienza. Maybe they say, oh, you can't fight no more. And he defies the odds. So if you have a fighter open like Ryan Garcia openly telling you he's not fit for competition, this needs to be taken seriously if it's real, and he needs to undergo whatever psychological treatment or whatever and have his license pulled. So if they try to do some stuff where Ryan's fighting on Triller in 2 months, like, come on, bro, it's going to look bad. So I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't. So if he's really going through it and something's wrong with him, I wish him a speedy recovery. But boxing needs to take this stuff seriously. If you really care about the fighter's mental health and people are really struggling and going through it, you know, the pressure, the fame's too much or whatever, then I don't see how you can even be given a license to compete if that's really true. You know what I mean? How? There should be like someone's telling, like, your whole goal is to protect somebody's well-being and health so they don't end up maimed or permanently hurt. If you're telling the world, I got too much going on right now, then you shouldn't have a license, because that's not you're a detriment to your own safety and health. Does that make sense? He said you had young Mike Tyson crying and having anxiety and still having fighting. I mean, fighters are tough. You usually see. So I don't know what Ryan's going through. I mean, he hasn't really told anyone. So of course, people are just going to speculate. But at the same time, if it is in fact all the way true or whatever, you shouldn't be licensed to box if you're telling the world, you know what I mean? If you're telling the world they're not fit to box. That's what you're basically saying I got too much stuff going on. So you're a danger to yourself at that point. So that needs to be considered. So if he said he actually said he was fighting Pacquiao. So yeah, if you actually end up fighting, like, and it's just a bad look. If it's not true, what's done in the dark comes to light. So if he's just using this as a ploy to get out the fight, that's not a good look. I believe in karma. I believe in juju and the energy you put out there. So it's not a good look, in my opinion. If it's real, then you shouldn't have a license, and you got to take care of yourself and get right from within. So either way, it puts pressure on Ryan. Like, for example, your big bro is fighting in 2 weeks. So is Ryan gonna go? Is Ryan gonna go to Canelo's fight in Texas? He live in SoCal. So is he gonna go to Texas to support his big bro fight? Because when I was depressed, I'll tell you, I've dealt with real life depression, like where the world felt like it was against me, and everything that could go wrong was wrong. And I'm not saying this to brag or glorify, because I know we're all human. So a lot of y'all have been through these dark moments. It's almost human nature. When you go through certain stuff, you have to, like, you have to deal with it. But I'll tell you this: when I was really depressed, and I was actually really depressed before boxing, before I started covering boxing on YouTube, nothing was going my way, right? But here's this. When I was really depressed, I'll tell you this: I didn't want to be seen I just wanted to be by myself. I just wanted solitude. So I literally would more or less only do things that were absolutely mandatory. Like, I can't pay my apartment, my rent, if I don't go to work. So I'll go to work. I would force myself to go to work because I had to, you know what I'm saying? Or I felt I had to. Otherwise, I had nowhere to live or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So when most people are dealing with like real intimate turmoil and battling themselves and depressed, from what my experience, you don't want to be around people. You don't want to be around people and stuff. So I'm going to be real curious, and definitely, since Ryan put this out there and said this is what he's struggling with, I'm going to be real anxious to see if he goes to Big Bro's fight, Canelo versus Saunders. So you're mentally not in a place to compete and train and stuff like that. Do you go to Canelo Saunders? Do you want to deal with fans and the maddening crowd? And, Eddie Hearn, let them tell it, there's 70, 80,000 people there. That's what Eddie Hearn's saying. So if people who really have anxiety and depression, is that what you do? Block Caesar. Get him out of here. When they hate, donate. You said so he can't support. So the first thing on your mind when you're depressed, you think, is to support somebody else. And B, if you have anxiety, you think going to a place where at like 2 weeks after you announce your depression or mental health battle and struggle with everyone, you think the best thing is to go support where they have 70,000 people in attendance? Like, honestly, block them. No, I'm just asking you. I'm asking the boxing fans. So that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable to be struggling with your sanity and your mental health, but then you go to a packed arena with media for Canelo Saunders. You go 70,000 people. That's what they said, right? They said 70, 80,000, 100,000, whatever, 1,000,000, whatever. You go to an arena 2 weeks after you break this news that nobody expected. Is that what you do? So, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see how he decides to play it. But to me, like I said, this is not something you can play with. So we'll see. We'll look at it. If you announce another fight anytime soon, then what? Block Dalton. Block Dalton. I wish I would lose to him up named Dalton. When they hate, donate. He reminds me of my first baby mama. Wow. Shout out to D Munson. Nah, he needs to get himself together first. That's my whole point. Like I said, when I was depressed, I just did the bare minimum of what I had to do to get by, like go to work. I didn't want to go out and socialize. I didn't, I would just want to be by myself. So, like I said, different people handle different things differently. So we'll see how Mr. Ryan Garcia, decides to handle it. The last thing I'm going to say is this: block him. Not that. The other reason, back to what I was saying earlier, why I don't think the optics look well for Ryan Garcia is because the frequency of which this has happened. You call for certain big fights, and these fights didn't actually happen. Hey, get the likes up. They hating. Listen, likes or loot, they hating. Oh, my bad. From within, he said I missed his super chat. I don't see it anymore. It erased. My bad. You could read, if you have something, you could retype it. I'm looking. I don't see it erased. I must have took too long. Oh, never mind. Here it is. from within. He says, I'm driving $5. The money keep coming in. I'm driving right now. I had to pull over to say that Ryan Garcia equals wax sauce. Oh, wow. He's exactly why boxing was declining. Get that little boy out of here. Okay, I did get your message. Appreciate you. Fans are ruthless. They will give him hell if he show up. That's what I'm saying. Is like Ryan Garcia says he's dealing with a lot. Are you going to go to Canelo Saunders where there's allegedly 70, 80,000 people there? Right? Yeah, I'm doing the Masvidal watch party. That's what the fans want. I'll be back. I'm gonna start probably like 6:30. So if you have panic attacks and anxiety, why are you prematurely announcing fight? That's what I'm saying. We have to get to the root of these problems. If you have panic attacks and anxiety, why do go so far against traditionalism and traditional thing? Like instead of getting your fight sewed up and then announcing the Pacquiao fight, why are you going left when you should go right? Why are you going right when you should go left? You're adding and aiding in the anxiety. I really believe that. I really believe that. Part of the pressure you're dealing with is because you said you're going to knock Tank out in 2 rounds and told everybody, including TMZ, a big imprint. You told everyone you was fighting Pacquiao. You announced the Javier Fortuna. So it's like, what would you expect at this point? What would you expect at this point in terms of pressure? You're aiding in the pressure. Now, here's the last thing. Going back to what I was saying, boxers got to show their toughness even when they feel at their most vulnerable or hurt or whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't like what this represents for the fighter because I don't think the optics look good. Like this is the same guy. Shout out to Tanisha. Shout out to this. Like, listen, the same guy that said he's gonna Tank come from an inner city. Great point on staying reclusive when suffering from depression. That's what I'm saying. You're not really, from my experience, you're not really trying to be out and about and have to answer questions and have people checking on you and stuff. You just want to wither away and sleep and be by yourself and stuff like that. But anyway, here's the thing. Fighters have to fake like they're not hurt when they are hurt in actual fights too. The thing with Ryan Garcia is this. Peep this. The thing with Ryan Garcia is this. You've now just played this mental health card. This is the same guy that said he was going to whoop Tank in 2 rounds. Tank comes from an inner city, very rough, like Baltimore. You're not helping your case at all or making people believers if you're pulling out of a Javier Fortuna fight, basically because the pressure is amounting or your mental health, you got too much stuff going on in your life. How are you going to convince people that you're going to whoop Tank in 2 rounds, a guy who comes from a gritty inner city like Baltimore? People are going to be like, nah, you're not built for that. If you can't, you agreed and signed it. Samson Likowitz, the promoter of Javier Fortuna, did an interview with Dan Raphael, right? He did an interview with him. And he says, we have a signed contract from Ryan Garcia. And what are we supposed to do now, right? So my point is this. You're trying to convince the world that you're going to knock out Tank in 2 rounds, and he come from a gritty inner city. And, bro, Tank is dealing with his own issues. Like he got the hit and run or whatever is going on with that. I don't know. I don't know all his business, but he got some stuff he's dealing with. And he about to move up and wait and fight a tough champion in Mario Barrios. So it's like Ryan Garcia, you're not showing a poker face at this point. So like I said, if you got to take care of yourself, you got to take care of yourself. But it's going to be very hard pressed if you come back with the trash talking, and you're going to be hard pressed to get people to believe you. If things are unraveling before a Javier Fortuna fight, how are you going to beat Tank in 2 rounds? Answer that. That's all I want to know from the fans. Answer that. How are you going to convince the world that you're going to knock out a Baltimore kid in 2 rounds when things seem to be unraveling before a Javier Fortuna fight a week after it was announced? Explain that to me. Why would I believe that? I didn't believe it to begin with, but now I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, mental fragility or like mental health and trash talking, they're not really synonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Tyson, if he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat Lennox Lewis, he's no conqueror, I'm gonna eat his kid," and then the next week he pulling out of a fight against someone lesser or somebody else, you know, saying he got too much stuff going on. I mean, it's going to be a hard road. So it's going to be a hard road. You just said you're going to eat his kids the week before, and he ain't no conqueror, and you're going to do this and boom, boom, boom to Lennox Lewis, but then you pulling out of a Galata fight. You know what I'm saying? Because you say you're not mentally in the peaceful space or whatever. I don't know. You tell me how that works. I haven't seen it in boxing personally. So whatever. We'll see how it all plays out. I'll be back about 6:30. I'm gonna take a break before the Box Eagle watch party. Masvidal 6:30, maybe 7. I gotta take a little break. Y'all been great. Appreciate y'all. Egostradamus keeps striking again. I ain't worried about it because everything I said came true. So whatever. It is what it is. I'll see y'all in a little. I'm gonna take a little break before the fight. Hey, block build like DRD. Before I leave, block him. Bro, you can't convince the world that you're going to knock out Tank in 2 rounds if you having panic attacks before a Javier Fortuna fight. Doesn't make sense. Block him. Block built like DRD. You built like you blocked. How about that? Listen, I'm not leaving now until somebody pay me for his sins. When they hate, donate. If you're ordering UFC 261, use my link. Jorge Masvidal versus Usman rematch. Looks like the weirdos have made their way over. Man, they weak. Yeah, well, I had to block someone before I left. Stop it. Warren Albert said, "Get him out of here." Facts. UFC 261. Use my link in the description. Make sure you guys cop that fight. I'm about to order it. And we're going to see what that hitting foe. Yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this registers with fans. But the whole Ryan thing is crazy. I personally cannot think of any other fight. Like normally people pull out of fights. It's a failed test, injury, something like that. I personally cannot think of a situation quite like this where someone just said, "Hey, I'm not going to be fit for this." And it's funny because Ryan was just doing videos with his pastor and stuff like that. You know, everything seemingly was cool. Whatever. I got you, big dog. Ha ha ha. Block him. Shout out to Emmanuel Clayton. All right, I'm out of here. He paid for that last dude's sin. There's the link to the UFC 261. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Link is in the description. You can go to all my videos. Click that ESPN link. My link tree will take you straight there. You dig. We working. I'll see y'all in a little bit for the watch party. Peace.